What's up, trainers? Welcome back to PokePlayLab_DBSHQ, your home for top-tier Pokémon TCG strategies and master-level deck builds. Today, we're breaking down a brand new master deck build featuring Mega Charizard XEX and Mega Camerupt EX, a powerhouse duo that's heating up the meta right now. With explosive synergy, strong tempo control, and disruptive pressure, this deck is built to dominate, whether you're climbing the online ladder or crushing your local events. Got a YouTube channel of your own? Drop your link in the comments. I'd love to check it out and support fellow creators in the community. Don't forget to visit the community page for polls and updates, and check out the announcements playlist for raffles, giveaways, and tournament news. Want to support the channel? You can donate through the Cash App link on our YouTube page. Every contribution helps me bring you even more epic content. So buckle up, trainers, it's time to unleash pure chaos with Mega Charizard XEX and Mega Camerupt EX. Stay sharp, stay awesome, and as always, keep playing. Next up, we've got 4 copies of Charmander, our fiery little starter that keeps the engine running. This basic fire type comes in with 70 HP and 2 solid attacks. Blazing Destruction. For just 1 fire energy, you get to discard a stadium in play, which is huge for disrupting your opponent's setup. Steady Fire Breathing. For 2 fire energy, you hit for 30 damage, perfect for early pressure. Charmander has a ×2 water weakness and just a 1 energy retreat cost, which keeps it flexible on the board. This little guy is essential for consistency in setting up your Mega Charizard X, EX, and he brings that early game pressure your opponent has to respect. Next up, we've got 3 copies of Charmeleon, the mid-stage fire powerhouse evolving from Charmander. It comes in with a solid 110 HP and a reliable attack. Steady Fire Breathing. For just 1 fire energy, Charmeleon hits for 40 damage, giving you strong early mid-game pressure while setting up for the real threat, Mega Charizard XEX. It carries a ×2 water weakness and a 2 energy retreat cost, but it still stays flexible enough on the field to keep your board moving smoothly. Charmeleon is the perfect bridge piece, strong enough to matter, fast enough to keep tempo, and essential for powering up your late-game monster. Now let's talk about one of the stars of the deck, 3 copies of Charizard EX, the powerhouse evolution of Charmeleon. This beast comes in with a massive 330 HP, plus 1 incredible ability and 1 hard-hitting attack. Ability. When you evolve into Charizard EX from your hand, you can search your deck for up to 3 basic fire energy and attach them to your Pokémon in any way you like. Then shuffle your deck. This ability is absolutely insane for setup. It instantly fuels your board and perfectly prepares your Mega Charizard XEX for takeoff. Whether you stack all 3 energy on your benched Mega or split them up, this is one of the strongest acceleration tools in the deck. Burning Darkness. For just 2 fire energy, Charizard X swings for 180 damage, plus an extra 30 damage for every prize card your opponent has taken. That means the farther the game goes, the harder Charizard X hits, turning him into a late-game monster. Charizard EX has a ×2 grass weakness and a 2 energy retreat cost, but with the insane value of its ability and scaling attack. This card is a key engine piece and a major threat on its own. Next, we're running 2 copies of Mega Charizard XEX, the Mega Evolution of Charizard and one of the hardest hitters in the entire deck. This monster comes in with a massive 360 HP and a single devastating attack, Inferno X. For just 2 fire energy, you can discard any amount of fire energy from any of your Pokémon, and Inferno X deals 90 damage for each fire energy you discard. This is where the card becomes a true finisher. A smart play is to discard 4 fire energy total, 2 from your bench and the 2 attached to Mega Charizard XEX, to unleash a massive 360 damage swing and delete almost anything on the board. Here's what the damage output looks like. Discard 2 fire energy right pointing arrow 180 damage, discard 3 fire energy right pointing arrow 270 damage, discard 4 fire energy right pointing arrow 360 damage. Even with a ×2 water weakness and a 2 energy retreat cost, Mega Charizard XEX stays surprisingly flexible thanks to all the fire energy acceleration in the deck, making it one of your most explosive finishers. Next, we're running 3 copies of Oricorio X, a basic fire-type Pokémon with 190 HP, 1 ability, and 1 attack. Its ability, Excited Turbo, is insane for this deck. As often as you like during your turn, if you have any fire-type Mega Evolution Pokémon X in play, you can attach a basic fire energy from your hand to one of your benched fire Pokémon. This is how we fuel up Mega Charizard XEX and Mega Camerupt EX fast. If you draw fire energy, Oricorio X turns it into instant acceleration. Its attack, Fire Wing, costs 2 fire and 1 colorless, dealing 110 damage, a solid backup option when needed. Oricorio X does have a ×2 water weakness and a 1 energy retreat cost, but its energy acceleration ability is so powerful that it becomes one of the key setup engines in the deck. Next we're running 3 copies of Numel, a basic fire-type Pokémon with 80 HP and 2 solid setup attacks. Its first attack, Call for Family, costs just 1 fire energy and lets you search your deck for up to 2 basic Pokémon and put them straight onto your bench. This is perfect for grabbing Oricorio X, Charmander, or any other key basic you need to get your board rolling early. Its second attack, Flare, costs 1 fire and 2 colorless and deals 30 damage, nothing wild, but useful in a pinch. Numel does have a ×2 water weakness and a 2 energy retreat cost, but its real value is in that Call for Family ability to help set up your full evolution line fast. Next, we're running 2 copies of Mega Camerupt EX, the Mega Evolved Powerhouse form of Camerupt. This fire-type monster comes in with a massive 340 HP and 2 explosive attacks. Roasting Heat. For just 1 fire energy, it deals 80 damage, but if your opponent's active Pokémon is burned, this attack jumps all the way up to 160 bonus damage, turning a small energy cost into a huge threat. And yes, we are running an item card to guarantee burn so we can fully unleash Roasting Heat whenever we need it. Volcanic Meteor. For 1 fire 3 colorless, you discard 2 energy from Mega Camerupt EX to slam your opponent for 280 damage. Absolute nuke level power. But don't worry, with support from Oricorio EX, we can easily reattach energy and keep Mega Camerupt swinging every turn. Mega Camerupt EX does carry a ×2 water weakness and a heavy 4 energy retreat cost, but with its insane damage ceiling and easy setup in this deck, it still remains one of the strongest threats on the board. Now let's move on to our supporter cards. Starting with 2 copies of Fire Breather. With Fire Breather, you can search your deck for up to 7 basic fire energy cards, reveal them, and add them to your hand, then shuffle your deck. This card is an absolute powerhouse for fire decks, but it comes with a trade-off. The big advantage, you can load up all the fire energy you need early in the game, getting Mega Charizard or Mega Camerupt ready to attack, as long as you have Oricorio X on your bench. Even grabbing all 7 energy isn't overkill, yes. It can make your hand large, but that's usually fine. The risk. If your opponent plays Xrozix Machinations, which we include in our deck for mirror matchups, it can cut your hand down to 3 cards, discarding the rest. So while Fire Breather is extremely powerful, timing is everything. Timing is key. Playing it too early can overfill your hand. For example, if you already have 5 cards and grab 7 energy, you'll have 12 cards total. Not a huge deal. But mirror match opponents running Xrozix Machinations can destroy your hand down to 3 cards, discarding everything else. Pro tip: only play Fire Breather when you can safely attach the energy and maximize your board, usually when your Mega Charizard or Mega Camerupt is ready to swing and you have Oricorio X set up to recover energy. Next, we're running 2 copies of Dawn. Originally, I considered using Bill's Transfer, but after testing and getting some advice from our amazing community at PokePlayLab_DBSHQ, Dawn quickly became the better choice for this deck. Shout out to Lorlo8072 for pointing me to this card. Once I saw what it could do, it was an easy must-have. If you haven't checked out their content, definitely go visit at Lorlo8072 YouTube page for some awesome Pokemon content. What Dawn does: search your deck for 1 basic Pokemon, 1 Stage 1 Pokemon, and 1 Stage 2 Pokemon, reveal them, and put them into your hand. Then shuffle your deck. For this deck, Dawn is perfect for quickly grabbing Charmander and Charmeleon, getting our Mega Charizard XEX setup ready for massive damage. It's efficient, simple, and gets the job done every game, making it a solid inclusion in the deck. Next, we run 1 copy of Hilda. This supporter lets you search your deck for an evolution Pokemon and an energy card, reveal them, and put them into your hand before shuffling your deck. It's a really solid consistency card since it helps us grab key piece like Charizard X, plus an energy at the same time. Basically, it's 2 cards for the price of 1, making it a big win for this deck. Next up, we've got 2 copies of Boss's Orders. This card lets you switch in one of your opponent's bench Pokemon into the active spot, which can be a total game changer. The key here is timing. Only play Boss's Orders when you know you can knock out the Pokemon right away. Whether it's to finish off a damaged threat or pick off a weaker target for a quick prize card, it's all about setting up that decisive play. That's why I run 2 copies. It can turn the game in your favor instantly. Use it wisely. Next, we're running 3 copies of Rourke. This supporter card lets you draw 2 cards, then grab a basic energy from your discard pile and add it to your hand. It's a solid card for hand control and energy recovery, giving you just what you need to keep your strategy going, especially in longer matches where energy can get tight. Next, we have 2 copies of Wally's Compassion. I was torn between using Penny or Wally, but for this deck, we're trying something new with Wally, and it's a perfect fit. What it does, heal all damage from one of your Mega Evolution Pokemon EX. If you healed any damage this way, return all energy attached to that Pokemon to your hand. This is huge in a pinch. Imagine your Mega Charizard XEX or Mega Camerupt EX is about to be knocked out. With Wally's Compassion, you can fully heal it in a single turn and even recover all the energy you had attached. Then, with Oricorio X, you can put them back onto the bench ready to attack again. Never forget, if you lose a Mega Pokemon, your opponent takes 3 prize cards. Healing one that's about to be knocked out is a smart, game-saving move, and Wally's Compassion makes it happen. Next, we have 4 copies of Xerozic's Machinations. This card is a hand control nightmare for your opponent. When you play it, they must discard down to just 3 cards, no matter how many they had. Why it's so strong? If your opponent is holding 6 or 7 cards, this instantly cripples their options. Perfect for mirror matches, especially against other fire decks running Fire Breather, because it can wipe out all the energy and setup they just loaded. Controlling their hand like this can completely throw off their strategy and give you a massive advantage for the next few turns. This is one of the best disruption cards you can run in this deck. It's ruthless, efficient, and a total game changer. Next, we have 2 copies of Airy. When you play this card, your opponent must reveal their hand, and you can discard up to 2 item cards you find there. Why it's great? Completely disrupts your opponent's strategy by removing key items before they can use them. Perfect for targeting combo pieces or search tools, keeping your opponent off balance and giving you full control of the board. A small play that can have a huge impact, especially against decks that rely on setup and hand management. Airy is one of those sneaky, tactical cards that can turn the tide of a match in your favor. Now let's move on to our item cards, starting with 2 copies of Energy Retrieval. This card lets you take up to 2 basic energy cards from your discard pile and put them back into your hand. Why it's perfect for this deck? We're constantly attaching and discarding energy with Mega Charizard XEX, Mega Camerupt EX, and other fire Pokemon. Energy Retrieval ensures you can recycle those discarded energy cards, keeping your attacks rolling and your board fully powered. A simple card, but an absolute powerhouse for maintaining momentum in this deck. Next, we have 2 copies of Energy Recycler. This card lets you shuffle up to 5 basic energy cards from your discard pile back into your deck. Why it's a must-have? Perfect for mirror matches or against opponents who sideboard Xerozic's Machinations, which can wipe out your hand and energy setup. Any energy you've discarded, whether from attacks or effects, can be recycled back into your deck, keeping your board powered and your strategy running smoothly. Energy Recycler is a key tool for consistency, making sure you never run out of fuel for your Mega Pokemon. Next, we have 2 copies of Sacred Ash. This card lets you shuffle up to 5 Pokemon from your discard pile back into your deck. Why it's essential? With Fire Breather, your setup will often be fully powered, keeping your Mega Pokemon ready to attack non-stop. If your opponent plays Xerozic's Machinations or otherwise discards your Pokemon, Sacred Ash lets you recover up to 5 key Pokemon and shuffle them back into your deck. This ensures your strategy stays intact and keeps your board consistent. Even when facing heavy disruption, Sacred Ash is a must-have for maintaining momentum and keeping your deck firing on all cylinders. Next, we have 2 copies of Night Stretcher. This item lets you put either a Pokemon or a basic energy card from your discard pile into your hand. It's a super flexible recovery card, whether you need to get back a key Pokemon for your strategy or grab a basic energy to set up your next attack. Night Stretcher gives you that utility when you need it most. Next, we're running 2 copies of Switch. This card lets you swap your active Pokemon with one of your benched Pokemon, giving you flexibility to protect or set up your board. Why it's great for this deck? Perfect for rotating your Mega Pokemon after using Wally's Compassion, so you can heal a damaged Mega and put it back in a safe position. Helps you reposition Pokemon that need energy, support, or are about to attack, keeping your strategy smooth and unstoppable. Switch is a simple but crucial tool for maintaining control and maximizing your Mega Pokemon's effectiveness. Next, we have 1 copy of Dangerous Laser. This card burns and confuses your opponent's active Pokemon, making it perfect for setting up Mega Camerupt EX's Roasting Heat attack. Why it's great? By burning your opponent, you can trigger Roasting Heat's bonus damage, hitting for massive numbers. Confusing your opponent also disrupts their attacks, giving you more control over the board. Ideally, you play this when Mega Camerupt EX is active, maximizing its full potential and punishing your opponent for any risky plays. Dangerous Laser is a small card with a huge impact, perfectly complementing your fire deck's big hitters. Next, we're running 11 fire energy cards to keep our Mega Pokemon powered and ready to attack every turn. And that's a wrap on our Master Deck build featuring Mega Charizard XEX and Mega Camerupt EX. If you enjoyed the breakdown or found it helpful, smash that like button. Subscribe for more high-level Pokémon TCG Master Deck builds. Drop a comment with your favorite combos or what you want to see next. Until next time, keep training, keep battling, and I'll see you in the next video.